I'm going to a meeting with my spice team.
What do you mean the ship is coming tomorrow? We need it?
Hi everyone, welcome to our end of fiscal year review of our progress towards the social purpose objectives for the year 2025. We will hear and decide about a proposal from Michael to potentially add to the 2023 objectives.
Thank you, Mike. I want to recall how, as a global leader in flavor, operating in 170 countries and territories around the world, McCormick stands together for the future of flavor, doing what's right for our people, communities, and planet, putting consumers in the center, but delivering top-tier financial performance as a core operational principle. Mike, could you brief us on the financial situation of the company, please?
Before the briefing, I want to highlight that we are in a very good position for social purpose. We are the 14th most sustainable corporation globally on corporate nights, and we are in the top 50 for Diversity Incorporated.
That's great, but the situation for financials is not optimal. Even though we have 12% growth in our top line, cost of goods sold has increased 16% because of supply costs increasing due to transportation, inflation, and exchange rate problems. Brenda, do you want to comment on that?
Yes, we're definitely dealing with increased costs. Planning has become increasingly difficult, and normalizing of our supply chain costs is taking way longer than expected, which pressures our gross margin.
So we are working very hard to reduce operational expenses through our new CCI program, but in the end these costs have led our bottom line to decrease 12% versus the previous fiscal year. And our free cash flow has decreased 32.9% versus the previous year, and we have a high level of inventory and covering this cost with the short-term debt. Besides, we have had a lot of acquisitions, so our assets are up, but also we have high long-term debt levels.
Definitely, we are facing challenges regarding the external environment with a lot of uncertainty. And we see this reflects on the stock price falling down, which could be risky from the investor perspective, plus the amount of debt we have. But Michael has an interesting proposal that I told him to bring up to this meeting to see how can we work this together.
Thank you, Lawrence. Yes, after a lobbying activity with the United Nations and the other industry leaders, our competitors Unilever, Heinz are making bigger commitments to the good health and well-being objective. There is the necessity to become a healthy alternative for consumers to improve their lives. To keep up with the market and continue to engage with our consumers, I believe it's time for us to improve our product line and offer healthier options for consumers.
But I thought the last report said that we have made very good progress towards the UN goals, especially in the planet and community cornerstone. So what are you referring, Michael?
Yes, we are in a very good position in those cornerstones, but the people cornerstone is only focusing on our employees. We are a customer-centric company, so we should turn more towards the consumers too and link with the financial performance. I believe that 90% of our sales should come from products that enable health, nutrition, or natural and consumer choices for 2025.
Alright, so the idea is on the table. Let's discuss this. From a profitability point of view, do you believe that this could actually increase the profitability of our company and better this negative trend in the bottom line?
I was reviewing this trend in our last global marketing capstone, and the size of the global health and wellness food market was valued at $841 billion and is projected to increase to $1 trillion by 2026. So there is an opportunity for us to enter this market and continue to grow market share here.
But don't we already have an organic product line? I believe that we should stick to using this line with our current existing capabilities, and that would be healthy. Emphasizing more on different ways of how current line would help the environment would be a plus, and by doing so, like no more investment associated in changes supply chain.
I believe Michael is referring to developing a whole new line of the products, so they can account for that 90% of sales, right?
Yes, and we would align not only with the third goal, but also the responsible consumption and production. So basically reimagining the business towards health and wellness.
Are you serious? Probably it would increase our top line sales. There is a big market to explore, but even if it provides growth, in the end we're spices, sauces, and dips company. We have made significant acquisitions for our hot and mustard sauces, improved operational efficiency for our current lines, and with all of that, our bottom line is suffering. Changing the whole product line would imply a lot more investments, increasing our debts and negatively impacting our liabilities more than they are now.
Adding to that point, not only our liabilities will increase, but from the operational perspective, our research and development expenses will increase significantly, as well as supply chain costs, and our operational cost reduction program will be wasted. And what happens to those suppliers that we're developing?
It's okay. It's okay. Don't need to worry. I believe that there's not an issue. We should get new suppliers that focus or specialize in this health category, since it will be costly to make our current suppliers adapt themselves to fit our new goal and needs.
I disagree, Lisa. We could actually transform actual ones, not get new ones, because then we would leave behind our community cornerstone to add this new objective to the people cornerstone. So it's not a win-win.
Returning to profitability, in the short term, we are battling with retained earnings because all of our acquisitions, we don't have enough profit and we don't have good retained earnings for our stockholders. Our stock prices are falling. We are committed to our stakeholders to delivering 3 per share, and we are dropping to 2.6 per share. So what is it going to be? 2.3 per share?
I disagree. That is short term. However, in the long term, it would create value for the brand. With the right marketing strategy, this could help us increase the value and customer intimacy for our company by allowing individuals to not only be loyal to our spices and sauces, but also feel a deeper connection to our messages.
I believe in the long run, adding to Malcolm's point, it will add value to the company. Investors should be willing to pay a higher price because they expect business growth in the future, an increasing PE ratio.
But wait, would that imply changing the whole brand strategy for McCormick?
Yes, because since we are making such a large investment and want the entire company to make a more healthy and natural approach, which will account for the 90% of sales we desire, we should definitely adapt the brand so that it's consistent, from communications to financial decisions, considering what our consumers want and needs.
I respectfully disagree. We have a very strong positioning as we have built our brand's name over the years. A change to our marketing strategy would not resonate with our older audiences. It will take millions of dollars conducting research and devising a fire rebranding strategy. We will put unnecessary time trying to devise a new strategy when we already have one put into place that has given us success all these years.
Exactly, millions of dollars. That doesn't make sense. Implies further marketing expenses, further impacting our bottom line. We could direct those expenses to prevent us from increasing prices next year, dealing with the supply chain situation. What do you believe, Lawrence?
Well, Mike has a point, but then I want to hear everyone's opinion. What types of capital do you believe we could focus on deciding?
We should definitely focus on human capital, since it has become our main competitive advantage. Our employees are our essence and our motive to deliver value. So we should not focus on sales, but we should prioritize our employees.
I believe we should focus on building strong brand capital. We should continue to build our brand. We should focus on building our customer loyalty, and we have to remember that branding is a long-term investment. Creating and maintaining a strong brand equity is critical to a company's success. This ensures strong sales, increase of growth, and a positive future outlook.
Valid. But either way, we are a customer intimate company. We should commit and focus on the customer capital. What do consumers want and need for their lives? Healthy living. Even though we are a spice and sauce company, we should commit to that.
Okay, but we talked you through the costs we have right now. This decision would bring us too much pressure at this point, and the economy is not helping us at all.
I appreciate everyone's contribution to the discussion. We all know financial performance is needed, but we have to make it work for doing what is right for people, not the other way around. We need to find a way out to make this work. Any ideas?
With our holiday campaign, which is coming very strong, we could deplete the lower margin product line and get rid of a percentage of the non-productive inventory.
We can make further profitability improvements with cost cutting measures from our comprehensive continuous improvement program. Also, with the price increase that we plan to do.
Yeah, that could lead us to cut approximately 100 million per year, so the bottom line could remain stable and our earnings per share wouldn't drop more. And to Malcolm's point, that could make our cash flow situation much better for the future as we focus into lines that provide a higher margin, and so we can decrease the unproductive inventory, increasing their cash flow trend, and then we can deleverage the balance sheet, curtailing the share repurchase program. And in the end, if we need to make more investments for the new line, we could make potentially rise equity capital.
Perfect. I knew we can make it work. And Lisa wants share something with us.
Yeah, well, I have some news. I'm retiring. I've been here for 12 years and I couldn't be more grateful for this team. I am excited to see everything that you guys do and how far McCormick will go.